out to you, you. This goes out to you. This goes out to you. This goes out to you and you. This goes out to you. This goes out to you.
Hello world. Yeah, I've been there before. On the edge of the ledge. Eyes focused on floor. I've grown a lot since then. Lost love and found more. Trying to be a better me. Quit smoking Newports.
On now. What happened? All right, so sorry. A little bit of a technical mic problem. But listen, I haven't been here in 2 weeks. I took a nice, lovely little vacation, like $6,000 later. I'm about to go apply for all types of government assistance on Monday. But I had a good time. I wasn't in Cali, which is where they had that big brawl that everybody's been talking about all over social media with the people fighting in Disney. But I would have definitely have loved to have been there. And I will tell you this. Well, hi everybody. Everybody who's new. Everybody who's old. He's over here shaking his head. I was kind of like in the groove of like doing my introduction before the whole microphone thing. And then I went to hop right into it. So I'm sorry. Welcome to Girl Talk with Goddess. Yay! Hi, Truth. He's shaking his head. He's getting his mic ready. Well, as always, thank you to him. Thank you to all of my viewers. Make sure if you haven't clicked the subscribe button that you do so you can be alerted when the show comes on. I would love to have more subscribers, and tell your friends to tell their friends so they can subscribe too.
What's good, Avia? How's everybody doing?
Hey, Avia. Hey, everybody. What's going on?
So how was your vacation?
All right. Vacation was cool. Took 21 hours to drive.
See, now, first it was 19. Then it went to 18.
It was 19 coming back. It took 21 hours for us to get there. And that's mainly because between me and my son, he is used to having like a driving job where he's driving all night long. I'm recovering from eye surgery. So I'm out of the patch, but I'm not fully 100% healed because I'm still in glasses. I'm blind as hell right now. I got them sitting close by. But, you know, I can't wear contacts for like another week, so. But between the two of us, we ended up, he drove from Jersey to Virginia, and I did Virginia to the top of Florida. And then we woke up in a grassy knoll because I fell asleep and my chin was on my chest, and we needed to rest. So we rested for 4 hours, and, you know, we still made good time. And on the way back, we hit some traffic. It really should have only taken us like 16 hours, but it was a nice trip. I spent a lot of money. I will say this, Disney is not like how I remember being when I was a kid.
What's the difference?
The difference is just years of going to other places, Great Adventure, Hershey Park, you know, things along that nature. The way they make those commercials look on television for Disney is not how it is. Number one, Mickey is not walking around the park anymore.
Really?
He's not walking around the park. The only time you can see Minnie is if like it's on the parade, during the parade route. So how it used to be back in the day, like where you can go to different tents and meet them and take pictures and do the autographs and stuff, it's not like that anymore. So don't go to Disney with your kids thinking that they're going to be sitting down chilling with Mickey, because that's not.
Hey, Tamika.
Hey, Mika Meek. Other than that, it was nice, you know.
So, hold on. Other than the whole, you know, sorry, I'm trying to get it out. Other than the whole fact that Mickey wasn't walking around, were the rides and, you know, the spectacle that they do and stuff, was it there, or was it just like, eh?
You know what? I remember as a kid, me and my sister being excited to get on the Dumbo ride and ride It's a Small World. I used to be very emotional ride for me which is a boat ride around, and you hearing like kids singing the same song over and over again in different languages. Like that used to touch my heart. This time around, I got my little kids with me. We're on it, and they're like, "Mom, this is boring." Like, and I felt bad because that meant something to me. Like when I was little, listening to the song sung in other countries. I just feel like for $149 for adults and $169, I'm sorry, and $119 for children, that it wasn't worth all that money. I would have much rather have just taken them to Great Adventure and stayed home. They would have had more fun. But to say that my kids have experienced Disney, I can say that now. My older
Well,
kids...
did the kids enjoy themselves?
The kids enjoyed themselves.
What about the older ones?
The older ones enjoyed themselves. They did. My son went with me, and he had one of his girlfriends with him.
How you gonna just put them on blast? Like, that's fucked up. She just put you on blast, homie. What up, Tamika? I was drinking earlier, Tamika, and I'm about to pop a beer right now.
Hey.
So I am a little ticket. I will get there.
But over and all,
Hold on, don't prove fact you gonna put your son on fucking blast.
Yeah,
like
he had
that.
one of his girlfriends.
How you gonna say one of his?
He had
not
one of his girls.
His girlfriend. So no matter who it was, it'd be like there was a friend there. My son met someone. Damn.
Listen, it is what it is.
Oh my
We
God.
rented a beautiful house.
Snitching and shit. Yeah, I saw it was. It was nice.
Listen, the house was off the hook. I had master bedroom and a king size bed, and then you walk out to the pool, and then in my room was
Good, Juju?
It was really nice. I really wish I had somebody there with me.
No, I mean,
So, like,
look,
do
you
me all
you know,
over
you
that
took
bedroom.
all of us on your tour and stuff like that. I wanted to make a comment, but I was like, I ain't gonna start with her. She on vacation.
I know you said something
I'll
like
wait till
rich
she.
people
I
shit.
was gonna say something.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'll wait till she get back. I ain't gonna mess her vacation and stuff up. But the house looked beautiful.
Thank
I
you.
will say this. I think this day and age is brand new. When us comparing to our parents, it was more of lines of similarities. But the issue is now we didn't have access to phones and tablets.
Right.
So this generation is brand new. It's
Yeah.
more technology and stuff like this. And, so as far as like rides, all right, let's just ride. And the fact that he was able to take the ride, jokes, so kind of, games you could play in the car, on a ride, and just the fact that you're in a different state, enjoying yourself, pool and all this other stuff. I think that as a whole was a great experience.
Listen, my kids loved the house. Honestly, they didn't want to come back to New Jersey.
Did you cook?
I did.
Poor kids. But
I did. I did. It's cheaper to cook. We had a beautiful kitchen. I never cooked on like the flat range stove, so I have fun with that. And it's a lot cheaper to have cooked. Like,
well, I mean, the fact that you I would say a lot of people, I wouldn't have thought of that back in the days.
right.
To, all right, I would have been, all right, well, we're going to get 3 or 4 hotel rooms instead of like, yo, let's just rent a house.
Right. Yeah. When my parents took me to Disney every year as a child, we always either stayed in like the Disney vacation villas, like right in the park.
Right.
Or, as the family got older and my mother wanted to do more of a family thing, we started renting the houses like close by the area, which gave everybody their own room. I had a 7-bedroom house, 3-bathroom. It was nice. My kids were like, yeah, we get to sleep in our own room. It was nice for them, and comfortable for them. And coming back here, it made me sad because it's like, okay, they're back here to what they left, and there's no pool in my backyard. It makes me want to step my
Well, it's
game.
not that. It's, well, not just that. It's just like, it's called a vacation for a reason.
They don't understand.
You know what I mean? And, what it'll train them to believe is there are other things that you can learn and have fun that does not belong in the state you were born in. You get a good job, you save your money up, you do this and do that.
Yeah.
You got some people who can't do it with 1 or 2 kids. You got like a football team. So, the fact you were able to do that is a great thing.
Thank you. So, overall, good vacation. I need one now without the kids by myself.
Nah,
just
you got
me and the
kids.
boo.
Ain't happening. Once you have kids, your life is over. I keep telling parents that.
Listen, I can.
I just need a vacation with
A
my
weekend
kids. You shouldn't
getaway
have
or
got
something, shit.
shouldn't have got knocked the fuck up.
Yeah,
You vacation when the motherfuckers is adults out of your house. That's when you vacation.
that's messed up. Anyway, so I'm at home this morning. I'm like, you know what? I have a show tonight. I have not put much thought into anything at all. I really need to. Let's get it popping. And it just so happens that I went into my email, which I need to like start tracking a lot more because people do reach out to me other than just in the inbox through my email too, which is growntalkwithgoddess@yahoo.com if you don't know. And they ask me questions. So I put the question up on
Let me get a comment real quick. We start with that.
Okay.
Tamika says Disney's the place now that you go to just to say that you go. However, nowadays I'm trying to paraphrase. There's a lot here, young lady. Nowadays, either you say you stay in a chartered hotel, or you would rent a house. And she was saying that's something you would definitely be able to do no matter where you go as far as a vacation.
Oh, yeah.
And that's very smart because I never really thought about that.
Yeah, get a whole
and
bunch
it'll
of
be
people
more
together.
convenient to have that whole house thing, and especially like for me because I love to cook, instead of being in a hotel room where you have to eat out every day.
very good. It was good
And
for us.
she also says I need a vacation also. Craig, what's good, Craig?
Hey, Craig.
What y'all talking about today? We're about to put the topic up today.
It's coming up. I was just talking about
yeah,
that.
I was just talking about that. You want me to put the question up first, or?
Let's do the anonymous question first.
Yeah, all right, there we go.
Let me get to it on my page.
It's up.
Lord knows I ain't gonna be able
Well,
to
you know
read
you
it.
can't see that screen anyway.
Listen, don't make fun of me, man. I'm getting there. Eye surgery is no
Don't
joke.
blame me on the eye surgery.
Shut up.
To me, shots in the eye.
Yeah.
When you down there going down, you got bob and weave when he coming. You gotta know that.
Stupid ass. All right. So this came as an anonymous from one of my friends who wanted some advice. I don't know why it's not coming up here. I keep
All
getting
right.
your link.
It says goddess.
I got it. I got it.
All right.
I've been with my boyfriend for 3 years, and we have a 7-month-old son. Lately, my boyfriend's been more depressed than ever. He lays in bed all day and won't communicate his problems, but when his friends call and want to hang out, he hops straight up. I've been supporting our home mentally and financially for 5 months now, and I'm fed up. When my boyfriend demands money and doesn't get it, he throws a fit and sinks deeper into depression. I'm going broke and crazy trying to make him happy and keep him sane. What advice can you give me? Yo, when I read this, I'm thinking to myself, we all done been used. Like, I'm probably like the worst person to give advice with this because it seems like every nigga I know uses me. But I will say this. The only advice that I can give to my friend was to listen to the advice of what everybody else had to say. I do have a little bit of a summary. I do not think she should leave this guy. However, I do think she needs to stand her stance. Say things to him, in my opinion, that are going to make him feel like maybe less of a man, and that, may make him want to step up a little bit more. That's how it was for me. In my case, kid's father of 10 years, I supported him for years from day one. He never had to work. He was like the house bitch, and I was the nigga. I was going out working. He was at home making sure that the clothes were washed and the dinner was made and everything. He was like the babysitter, and it helped me save, and not have to go out and spend money on a babysitter. But at the same time, there comes a day when as a woman you feel like, you know what, when the hell is it my turn to get spoiled the way, you are being spoiled? Like, what the fuck do you think this is? So, I do not think, why are you laughing? I do not think that she should leave him, but I do think that maybe she should stand her stance, maybe withdraw from sex, maybe fix herself up, do things that maybe make him wonder a little bit, like what the fuck is going on, make him want to, like, force him almost to. Also, at the same time, we did hear, and I know you said something about him being into drugs, or, that could be the case too, but what would be the reason for him being depressed all day, and then when his friends come around, he perks up? That had me a little stuck right there.
I would say this. They've been together 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay, she just had a child, so they've experienced at least 2 years without a child. Okay? Well, a year and change, close to 2 years without a child. Have this young lady change anything, anywhere, any way since her child? Now, this could be physically or mentally. I think, unfortunately, people fail to realize when you have a child, there is going to be a big difference. And it's not just physically, but it's mentally. There is no more just walking around the house the way you want. Of course, when they're young like that, but it's just more lines of you have to be mindful. Where's the baby? Baby sleep. Baby's up. Baby's this. Baby's that. So your mental is different now. It's not all about, damn, what this nigga, he ain't come home yet, I feel like sucking dick. You know what I mean? Or whatever the situation may be, it changes. Now, also from the physical part of it, yes, we know when you have a baby, it's gain on weight, it's the baby, it's not the fact that you just was eating all the Haagen-Dazs, the bonbons, or whatever it is. But it's not fair. But what I think it doesn't happen is you have to remember he met you as a certain size. And again, I didn't say it was fair.
Yo.
I'm just saying now that you have that, did you get to the gym? Are you trying to snap your body back? Are you giving some kind of more intimacy towards, relaxing than your boyfriend, the person you've been with? Again, he knows his boys. He know what he's going to get from his boys. The conversation, get out the house. Maybe she's nagging and she's this, she's that. Unfortunately, I feel parents forget their fucking parents. And soon one parent get home, they're trying to rush the child off in the arms immediately.
Yeah, you did say that.
There's a lot that could be going on here. So I would love for her to give us a little more information. But I will say this. No person, man or woman, unless there's some kind of mental or physical problem, should be waiting for someone else to bring the bacon home. Now, unless they cannot afford a babysitter and one of them has to stay home, then one has to stay home with the child while the other one works. That's a part of it. So yes, that person's going to be dependent on you to put money in pocket.
Yo, you know what? Two things while we're still fresh. I wish you guys could see me right now because seriously, the baby just turned 4 months and I'm like smaller now than I was before I had the baby. And the size shouldn't matter, especially if it's only been 7 months since you had a baby. Not everybody is as fortunate to have lost 47 pounds. That's the first and foremost.
Well,
it's only been 7 months.
Well, I'm not saying women or men, we use all the fuck excuses in the world when it comes to losing weight.
Yo, I'd be pissed.
It's the truth. We uses the greatest, I don't have time. Yeah, there's 5-minute fucking workouts there. All right, you work out 2 weeks, you think you should have lost 100 pounds. No, that shit take time.
It takes
It's
time.
easy to lose the weight. It's harder to keep it off.
That's true. That's true.
I don't want to hear nobody ever talk about shit about how they can't lose weight. You don't fucking want to.
I don't think 7 months though is
You know how much weight you can lose. You can lose
Yo, you
hundreds
know
of pounds in 7 months.
I can't with you, yo.
I'm not an excuse.
I know women that
You're looking at a man who went from 395 to 138 in one school year. And that ain't 7 months. And that was still eating. I didn't starve myself, but I exercised. I worked, I stayed my butt doing some kind of exercise, sports, whatever it is. I stayed active. I still had 3 meals. I still had my motherfucking snacks. I did cut out a lot of soda. But what I'm saying is, you put the time and effort into it, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'd be pissed if somebody was ready to get depressed and stuff. After 7 months,
I ain't trying to hear that shit.
7 months is not an adequate enough time.
So what's the adequate amount of time for
At least a year.
a
At least a year to get baby fat off. I know bitches that had babies 3 years ago and they still saying that they got baby fat off.
Well, that's because them bitches too lazy to lose fucking weight.
But
the
it's an
same
acceptable
effort,
excuse.
we put more effort into eating the same foods, not doing any kind of exercise, than we do that we would actually put the time and effort into losing weight.
What's up, Tony? I got your text. I guess. I mean, I just.
I mean, like I said, there are so many things you can do to keep weight off. And it doesn't mean, oh, I got to lift this, I got to lift that, and up. Stay active.
I guess.
Burn calories. Go on walks. Whatever you can do. Instead of taking the fucking elevator, take the steps.
All of that stuff can be hard on women. And you know
Hard on who? Walking up a fucking flight of steps?
Yes.
Then I don't want to hear shit.
You have a newborn until your child is a year old.
I ain't trying to hear that.
That is the time when women need a support system the most. Not for
The moment you leave that hospital, your baby's not newborn no more.
Oh, Tony says that's not.
What's
true.
good, Tone? That's what I'm saying this. I don't want to hear any excuse from anybody anymore about what can or should perspire in order for them to achieve whatever goal it is, especially as far as weight. And again, she could have dipped into a depression, and he should have been more supportive. He should have been, hey, let's exercise together.
Yeah.
You know, there are a lot of couples that are doing it, and I see a lot of them on Facebook. They're showing before and after pictures, and they're working out together as a couple, and sometimes you need that extra push.
Right. I guess, but...
But the part that bothered me about this whole comment here was she was saying after 5 months she tired. I can name a 6 by 6 gazillion women at home waiting for the nigga to bring the check now, without kids.
Yo, listen.
And you trying to tell me you tired after 5 months?
Listen, if after 5 months, because you're a depressed man, is not out making money, you know, like, that could be very stressful. If you're used to splitting bills right down the middle, and now you have to handle the burden financially by yourself.
That's part of a relationship. Tamika, what do you mean 3 years? Let me know what's up with that. But that's just part, like, that's what I tell people. There are so many things that are part of a relationship, part of a commitment, part of a relationship, part of marriage, engagement, all that. That is, you need to stand up and be there for that person when they're down. So again, if he is being the babysitter, okay, yeah. If he's not, all right, you sit down, you have a conversation with the gentleman. Mm-hmm. I need you to step up. Right. You don't just get mad, jump in the face, you ain't shit, you ain't doing that, you ain't fucking helping me out, you're a fucking bum. No, talk to him like a human fucking being. Listen, bills are piling up, boo. I would love for us to still be able to do the things we want to do. We have a child now, which means we have more bills. It's getting a little more for me to do it by myself. Mm-hmm. I need your help.
Right.
What can I do? How can I help you help us? And if he still don't do it, then chick, you bounce on his ass. Yeah. But you have to fight for your relationship.
Right.
Have you sat there and said, listen, what is it right now that you would love to do? Let's find something that'll make you happy at doing it, but also make this family happy because we're bringing the income in.
Right.
I tell people, look, you could be making $10 an hour. I could be making $10 an hour. We bring $20 an hour in this house.
Yeah.
That's a lot you can do with.
I hear you.
Adrian said, I feel like the issue is he isn't communicating what the problem is. If she doesn't know what's going on, how can she help him?
Exactly.
Tamika goes on and says, right communication, damn it. I will say this. Because she didn't give us that much information, I'm reading that. I'm just looking at, everything was good until the baby showed up. So obviously something happened. And a lot of times for guys, there are guys that are attracted to a specific type of female. And that is maybe small waist, or whatever the situation may be. And yes, she had a child. She's gonna put on weight, homie. You gotta understand that. Right. Just like she should say to him about job, you should say to her, babe, baby sleep. Let's try to get a walk in. Mm-hmm. Let's walk up and down the steps of the complex. You go first, I'll go second. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because we're here with the baby. Let's do something together that will motivate you and make you not feel like you're doing it by yourself. Sometimes you need that extra push.
Also, at the end of the day, we're grown adults. It's not time to play guessing games anymore. If there's an issue,
to a certain extent,
communicate it.
Because all the time when I tell you, you could be dating someone for 10 years. Mm-hmm. You're 36 years old. You still been with yourself 20 years, 20-some years longer than you've been with him.
Right.
So he doesn't know you as well as you know yourself.
Right.
And a lot of times we do break down. Mm-hmm. And yes, he could be depressed, but it sounds like she depressed too. And again, communication, like the ladies are saying.
It links to each other. Like,
right, it links to each other. And that's why I said, yo, listen, shit ain't like communication, instead of sitting there with a little attitude, Because men and women get a little funky ass attitudes. We start stomping. Next thing you know, doors are being closed. You know, you don't kiss each other good day, hello, good night anymore. Instead of saying, this is not what we do.
Right. Yeah.
What's going on?
I hear you. I mean, look, it's harder for some. You know, not everybody. But I wanted to read some of the.
Please, because the motherfuckers was going in.
I know, Prodigy. Shout out to her. She's normally here. I guess she's not. She said to dump him. I don't think she should dump him. I think what she should do is, you know, communicate with him, try to figure out what's going on, you know, take it from there. Avia gave me like a little face with the eyes to the side, the little emoji, like she was looking to get ready to go in. Avia wrote a whole paragraph. Give me a second.
Let's go.
She said, chill. Even in the Bible it says, the one who is not willing to work shall not eat. Preach, sister. I do not understand how we as women are willing to take care and provide for a grown boy who isn't willing to take care of himself. You mean she's willing to take care of an actual baby and the grown-ass baby too? I understand that we go through trials in our life. However, that doesn't mean you stop living. We as women must learn to hold men accountable, as we must have accountability to ourselves as well. We can't do, then complain about it. If you decide that you're going to rock it out with said person during their trial in life, do without complaint. If it bothers you, or you start to feel like you're burdened in whatever the situation, do something about it. He ain't your husband, he's your boyfriend. Emphasis. Yes.
Ain't no difference in my book.
Yo,
I already know that by now.
Yo, it is a difference.
Ain't no difference.
And we need to talk about that. If we're in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship,
right,
I'm less committed to you as I would be as if I was your wife.
That's not true. What's the
that,
difference
that's
other than a fucking piece of paper between marriage and relationship?
If you give a woman your last name, that is like one of the biggest goals.
What's the difference?
For some of us.
What's the difference, again,
listen,
from a piece of paper?
I'm not taking you seriously unless you marry me, and that's it.
Okay.
But Avia she definitely had the comment of the day. I definitely had to big her up on that. You thought that he had a drug problem.
That's what I said. I just put that up because I wanted to comment, but you know, no, because it was like, you know.
Shout out to my man too. He's watching, having a fucking fit. This is a Facebook question. This ain't got.
What's good, homie? Again, I think. Again, like I said, you know, him dealing with his friends and other situations and things, it's more comfortable. Obviously, these two individuals for this story aren't as comfortable as they should be to communicate with each other, and that's sad.
Right.
You know, but what she needs to understand is you have to fight for what you want, what you love. And I always tell people the best way not to turn around and repeat the same problem over and over again is to give 100%. Because you can always tell when someone doesn't give it 100% in a relationship because they go back. Well, you know what? I didn't do that like I should have.
Right.
And if I, you know, so I'm going to go back.
Right.
But if you give 100% in that relationship, like, fuck that motherfucker. I'm good. I'm good. You want to see your son? Come get him, boo-boo. Come get him.
Shout out to Maria Petroselli Finner. She said, you can't pick and choose when depression hits. He decides he's depressed around her, but he's fine when his boys call. No way. Bye-bye. Don't let the door hit you in the ass.
He's not depressed. It's not depression.
It's not depression?
He's not depressed. Something's not the same in this. And the sad thing is, as men, women, I'm sorry, but we don't care how many babies you have. We still want to fuck. You need to find time to nurse your baby, burp your baby, give him a bottle, and still give some back shots at the same time. You gotta find a way to still please your mate.
I agree.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit.
All right, shout out to Arturo.
We gonna talk, Craig. Craig's like, real depression can't be explained sometimes. You wake up and it's all out of whack.
It's true.
You don't just wake up that way, Craig, and I'm talking from experience. Abundance or a major thing happens to happen in your life. And a lot of times, because I'm a loner, a lot of times we don't have people around that we communicate with. So we hold it in, and we hold it in, and we hold it in. and it's that whole straw that broke the camel back thing. Then one thing comes along and it breaks everything that you've been holding in over and over again, and it just breaks.
Yeah.
And you're in that depression. And we're going to do this depression show in August. You got to come up. Let us know where you at. Let us know if you need help financially coming up. And I mean no disrespect by that.
His ass right in Hackensack.
Oh, he in Hackensack? Well, we're gonna send him out.
We'll get him here.
We're gonna have you with us.
Yes.
I'm gonna have food and everything. I'm gonna order food for everyone, so you're gonna be good.
I woke up actually crying this morning because of something that went, like, I woke up severely depressed this morning, but it is because of the abundance thing. Like, there was something that led to that, and I fell asleep with it on my mind, and I woke up.
Well, yeah, that's what you were dreaming about, and it's a lot of times that vacation probably wasn't. It was a more escape for you than it was for the kids.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to get away from your situation or your misery to forget about it. But you know, we need to keep people around that we can trust and that we can communicate with.
I agree.
As hard as it is for loners to experience that, it's just something that has to happen.
Okay, getting back to Arturo. He's like one of my favorite Facebook friends. Arturo Dingle. He says, weird question. Did he have a father around or a father figure? So I went and I hit the girl up, and she said his dad spent most of his life in jail and was not around. So he did not have a father figure.
Right.
He went on to say, Kara Jones, he's depressed on his mother with no closure from the loss of his father. Having no closure will cause fear and anger. His mother probably felt bad, but didn't know how to handle nor help him with his insecurities of losing part of him. So the mother probably gave him things he never had to work for the cover-up for his loss. Now all he's doing is looking at her as a mother, another mother. He's looking at her as another mother, because he never learned the proper way of becoming a man, but I could be wrong. I do think this. And this is getting back to my 10-year relationship where, I was like the supporter. I feel like I enabled him, which then spoiled him, which then made it harder for him to be able to do things without calling Kara every 5 minutes to find out, can you do this and can you do that?
Did you ever have that conversation?
With him?
Yeah.
Many times.
See, then that's the thing. It's like,
many times.
Once we have the conversation, you repeat it, then the problem is me, it's not you.
I agree, but...
And what happened at the time is you're looking at it as, this is the person I'm with, I love, I care, and, I need to continue to support or whatever situation may be. And Tamika, I agree with you, I saw it myself. I was hoping that she would get to it too. We're having our own conversation here. But I would say again, communication. And once we communicate and you continue that issue, that problem, don't ever be afraid to start over.
Right.
Because what happens is you continue to let that person drag you down instead of that person raising you up, bigging you up, making sure you're right, you're good. We all go through shit. Something can happen and bring us down. What is it that I need to do to help bring you back up? And if you're with a person that you don't have that kind of communication with, you're in a relationship you shouldn't be in.
Yeah, I feel that. Wow. Let me see. After that, Avia jumped in. She said, great observation. She said, if that's the case, he needs therapy. Sadly, we as people either don't want to seek help or don't realize we need it. I agree with that. I don't know what it is with black men. They can go through hurt and want to take it out on everybody before they go seek help for it.
What are we taught? And we're not breaking that cycle. We're not like, I recently gained custody of my son. And I talked to him like he thinks. It wasn't like because it was it was just time. Like, and shout out to his mother for realizing it's time for daddy. But it's just more lines of what I think isn't happening again is that household communication.
Yeah.
And especially in black homes, what are we taught when, what do we say, because we're not breaking that cycle, when it's time to pay the bills and your kids ask you a question. We say stay out of grown folks' business.
That's true.
And you wonder why when they leave the house, they come back in 1920 because they haven't learned how to balance a checkbook.
That's true. That's true. I mean,
You know what I mean? So we have to start breaking these cycles that we're creating. The only way you're going to get out of the hood is if you can run, sing, or whatever. No, you want to be a doctor? All right, this is what you do. You see that free-ass motherfucking library? Let's go there. Let's learn. Let's take whatever education you have and let's take it to the next level by building your knowledge base to help you get through school faster and quicker with more knowledge. We're not doing that.
Right. Getting back to the comments. Shout out
What's
to
up,
Anna.
Prodigy?
Hey, Prodigy, what's going on? She thought I was gonna be late, I guess. I'm always late. Yo, I just finished the photo shoot. I'm sorry, guys. Anna Evans, shout out to her. She said, leave that motherfucker. She said, you're not going to work, and if you're not going to work and do shit, but your friends get up and go out with your friends. Fuck that. Yo,
And you know, unfortunately, we're taught to react with like severity. You know what I mean? Instead of, again, hey, the greatest situation you could do is when you and someone part as friends. It's the greatest shit in the world. Because you do have to remember, this person knows you. And you might need some advice. Because a lot of times, to be honest with you, we don't want to hear the fucking truth.
Right.
We don't want to hear somebody tell us, shut the fuck up, listen.
No.
We don't want to hear someone saying, you stupid as shit.
Right.
We want someone to sit there and just listen.
Right.
And I'm not that dude. And this is why, like, some people don't want to fucking call me at all because they already know what I'm going to say.
I come to you with stuff sometimes because I know you're going to give me the straight truth.
One time. That's it. We ain't going to have this conversation twice. We're not going to have this conversation twice. Because it kills when people know what's bothering them. They know what they need to do to fix it, but they just won't do it.
Right. No, I agree.
You can't be scared to be happy. You can't be scared to be successful.
Right.
If me and you being together isn't successful to either one of us, let's part as friends.
That's it. You made me bounce a little bit.
Tamika said all her exes love her.
Yo,
Is it because of other things or because you was doing the right thing?
Tamika's a fucking mess. Shout out to Michelle. I get she's at work, but she wanted to she was eager to comment on this. She said, well, my advice to you is to grab him from the mattress and his clothes and throw his ass out.
We were talking about on the way out, I was fucking with her. I was like, what she gotta do is shut the fuck up and take it. That set her ass off. But you know what I mean? It's no one wants to feel like that used syndrome. Because we've all been used at a point in our time. And again, I always tell people, like, especially when you break up with someone, don't just jump into something with someone else. You have to refocus yourself, take your time, because you don't want your past to be your present because it affects your future.
Right.
And the first thing you say is, well, I ain't doing that because Joe and Joe did it to me, and you're already comparing that person to the other person.
Right.
What you need to say is, I know what it feels like to be used, and if I feel it happening, we not going to be happening.
Right. I hear you. She also said, he's full of shit. Depress my ass. He's cheating on you. Get him out. You're supporting him for 5 months. You can do it on your own. Zero tolerance. You have a baby by him.
But again, they said there is no set amount of time. But again, if you're dating someone and that person is going through something, or again, like I said, mentally or physically, all right, I'm gonna hold us down as best as I can. But there's only going to be obviously so much time that I can't do it.
Right.
All right. Again, what do I need to do to get you back to where you need to be?
Right. And Tony's stupid ass left one of those gifts with the man dropping the phone, passing out in his chair. He's so stupid. Anyway. So that was it with the comments on this. But to sum this up, again, it's a boyfriend, it's not a husband. And I swear, and I'm glad Avia put that into the atmosphere. There is a difference, man. There's a huge difference. Now, there's a difference between wanting to be with somebody and it's almost there at that point where it could change from this is my boyfriend to now this is my husband, and you taking things a different way. But if I'm with somebody and it's a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship and you're going through this and you're doing that and you're unhappy, me personally, after a while, and I'm a Virgo, I can take shit I'm patient. I'm very patient. But after a while, you get tired of it and, you move on. That's me. I don't suggest this girl leaves this man. She obviously loves him. She's looking for help.
I would say this, and I'll sum this up. The greatest relationships are those relationships that been through hell and back. When you experience life with someone, that is a bond that cannot be broken because you've been to hell and back with that person.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when it's relationships, we always believe it's supposed to be sunshines and rainbows every single day. There are going to be times that we don't like each other. There are going to be times where we don't like your friends. You know what I mean? And then what we have to understand is that's your friend, it's not ours. Mm-hmm. You know, and if that person is a good friend, and when I mean a good friend is not when you out and there's a cute guy looking at you like, go ahead, that's not a good friend. You know what I mean? A good friend would be like, yo, you're in a relationship. If you don't want to be in one, get out of one, then move on. That's a good friend.
No, I hear you.
So again, fight for your relationship as hard as you can.
Yeah,
and if it gets to a point after you try your hardest with communication, it does not work, then you will be able to move on and not go backwards.
Gotcha.
Okay, hold on, because y'all ladies love paragraphs. We're giving energy and resources to people who don't have any true investment in us. I like that. You invest 3, 5, 10, 20 years of your life for what? What's the purpose?
True.
I would say this.
It's true. Yo, I said
If you spend 1 minute with someone that you should not have been with, it's your fucking fault.
Oh
We
my God.
know, I'm sorry, you know when a relationship's not going to work. We just continue to create excuses of why we should not leave.
Right.
And if you can't catch that and you the one, literally sitting there bamboozling yourself.
Yeah.
Because you know yourself. So you're coming up with every excuse in the world and you'd be like, you know what, well this and that, and it ain't got shit to do with you actually being happy throughout the real course of the relationship. And a lot of it is physical. Men is like, yo, that ass though, I can't see another nigga smashing that shit.
Tony says, speak on it, true.
Yeah, man. And as far as women, damn, I don't want him busting another bitch ass. You know what I mean? So we're worried about that and not, all right, there's somebody else that can bust your ass just as good and make sure everything else is taken care of.
Word.
So fight for it, boo-boo. Fight for it.
Yes.
Until you can't fight no more, give it 100 and then move on.
Listen, but make him help you pay the fucking bills. Because if he's laying there, ain't nothing worse than a grown-ass nigga laying up on a bitch not helping pay.
Shout out to Avia. Because she was like to Tamika again, how you ain't know, sis, that long. But it's again, we fool ourselves.
We do.
And especially, and it may not be just physical. A lot of times it can be kids. Whoa, I grew up in a one-family home. I don't want to do that to my child. Mm-hmm. Nigga, you better hop your ass up because what you're doing is you let your child see you miserable. You letting both your child see and both of you not communicate. So your child's going to grow up, male or female, and believe that that's how a true living relationship's supposed to occur.
I agree.
All right, next one.
All right.
Let's go.
So this one was fun. Topic number 2. Can a female have sex with another guy and still love her man?
Yeah, so many women that saw this and refused to fucking refused to comment. But get.
I had a whole bunch of men on this, and
that's why I said a bunch of females saw it.
I always save my comments for. Yeah, we had so many fucking comments on this, but I always save my comments for them. But this was a fun topic. This is the first one I put up.
Okay, read off the comments first, and then we'll get.
Okay, hold on. I'm loading them up here.
You get rid of that whack ass phone.
Hey, Michael Fussell, shout out to him. He says, yes, a woman can love her man and still have sex with another guy. Zachary, and he's watching. You said Juju was in here, right?
Yeah.
That's Zachary.
What's good?
He gave me like the looking face. I told him, I said, Zachary, you need to think. Shout out to Tika. She said, if I answer this, and then she started laughing. Zachary said she may love her dude, but she's cheating. Ain't no other word for it.
Preach.
No. Or she loved the way the other guy fucks her. Other dude may be doing something freaky that he won't. If we all use the excuse, oh my God, this one eat my pussy better than this one, or this one fuck me deeper than this one, we'll never stay in a monogamous relationship. That to me made me laugh when I heard that. Women aren't like that. At least I'm not. You said, hell no. We continue to throw that word around like it has new meaning. Love is, I won't because I love you. That's bullshit. Yo, we have people.
Love? Where's love?
Yo, listen.
Love ain't.
We need Michelle. Where's Michelle?
She at a barbecue right now. Love isn't. It's convenient for me now. Love is, cause here's what I tell people.
Preach.
People piss me off about this.
Preach.
There are other motherfuckers out there, fellas, that want to fuck your woman every single day.
Preach.
Ladies, there are a lot of niggas women out there
that want to fuck our
man to bust they ass.
Absolutely.
So what I'm saying
Absolutely.
is, from this standpoint, stop fucking fooling yourself. Stop fooling yourself. If you are a true man and you are a true woman and you are in a committed relationship, you do not love that person if you are having sex with someone else.
Listen.
Period.
I don't agree with that. In the case of polygamous relationships, what
That is
we
not
did
a
a whole
relationship.
that
And
is
I
a
told you
relationship.
That is not.
Yo, listen.
A relationship is two individuals.
Where does it say that?
We continue to make all these fucking other imaginary shits in, oh, I'm asexual, I'm bisexual, I'm C-sexual. No. There is sex. With a man and a woman, you're gay, you're not gay. You like men
Oh
and
my
you like
God,
women.
yo.
Stop putting all this other shit. Society got you so fucked up, you think you can have sex with a goat and still be a heterosexual.
Yeah, I really wish I had Willow Smith's little comment that she made. But she basically was saying that monogamy has made us all insecure with ourselves.
And this is a woman who grew up in a household with her man and her father
Her mom and
her mother fucking other people. I'm sorry, I'm not taking advice from that person.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry.
In polygamous relationships, whether it be a man and two women, or two women and one, or two men and one woman, there's a triangle of love there. And it's he loves her, she loves him, on both sides. That's our agreement. We're gonna be together.
From a polygamy situation. This comment ain't polygamy. This is a chick and a no. Because you can't even ask this question if you're in a polygamy. Because we all know polygamy, all that shit. We cool with her having sex with other people, and I'm cool. She's cool with me having sex with other people. That's that community. So this comment would not go in there at all. This comment is a chick who got a man and she fucked with other people and she's still trying to say, I still love him. No, that nigga pays the bills because she ain't got a fucking job. And she don't, and the mother niggas is just nutting and wiping and going about their business. And these niggas ain't gonna help her out financially like the other nigga is.
Well, what if she's not getting help from the nigga, period?
She is getting help, because that's why she ain't leaving. Ain't nobody staying with no nigga who ain't doing shit for her.
Yo,
you either gotta be paying the bill.
Get up and walk out of the door right now.
You either gotta be paying the bill
bullshit.
or be busting my ass. Either
What
one.
if it's not either? What if it's neither one?
Thank you, Avia. There's something the fuck wrong with you.
Nah, yo, listen, some people stay for love,
They
goddamn
ain't
it.
staying for love. They stay for their own cowardness. And I love you to death, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. We are scared to either be alone or not be happy or not have someone in our life. And there are people who are scared to be happy because we all had good relationships, and because it was good and we didn't have fights and we didn't argue, we fucked it up because it was too good. And that's something we're not used to having. So again, you can't tell me from this comment. This is a woman who, again, is with someone who isn't complete. Right. So the man she is dating is either very conversational, makes her feel loved, maybe be beating her back, but then he's missing something. He's missing the finances, he's missing the physicality, because obviously this person doesn't have both.
Right.
And and she's trying to find that else place, just like men. Whatever you're missing at home, you're gonna find someplace else.
Right. Basically.
So no, you don't love the person that's at home. Because if you did,
it doesn't mean you don't love them just because you cheat on them.
You
It could
can't
be
cheat
that-
if you don't love.
Yo, listen, that is not true. That's bullshit. You can still love somebody and have sex with somebody else. You can still love somebody and receive oral sex.
All right, Avia. Ava said nothing and whipping. I'm done, true. Craig says, I say chicks cheat all the time and act like they don't.
So do
Avia says, so do men, Craig. But cheating is usually equated with a game. So what the game are we playing? And this is what I say again. We act like children and we don't act like a grown-ass adults. Because at the end of the day, I played this game a lot back in the days. And when it gets to a point to when you're ready to grow the fuck up and you are in a committed relationship, that means whether you're getting dick or pussy or not, this person's taking care of you or not, I'm going to bring it to your attention. I'm going to fight for you. And if it continues to happen, I'm going to move the fuck on.
I hear you. Delaney, cut it out. I love you. Stop
We
playing.
are
It's like thinking I'm doing this.
cowards.
Yeah.
And I'm included because I've done this before. We are cowards.
Basically.
For you to
Basically.
step out on someone that you claim you care about, you're a fucking coward. And again, this is a person who is having their cake and eat it too, because again, they're lacking something at home, and it's financial or physicality.
Okay. Here's my thing. As a woman, if we go to our man and say, look, I'm not happy, you're not doing this,
Right.
you can do this and make me happy, and
Right.
he chooses not to do it,
Then move the fuck on.
What the fuck do you think we supposed to do?
Move the fuck on. Don't cheat.
Come on, man.
Ain't no come on.
Just because he's not making us happy at that moment doesn't mean
Stop right
he
there.
won't make
Stop right there. Stop right there. How the fuck you started off, this person isn't making me happy, and then used a butt? That shit don't, them shits don't go in the
Listen,
same category.
we can have-
Either the weak my ass. Either the person makes you happy or they don't. Now I'm not saying again that trials and tribulations do not happen in the course of a relationship. People go through hell and hot water. We need to sit down and find out, how could we fix this situation? And if you come up with something, well, if we come up with something and it still doesn't work, it's time for me to move on. But I fought for this relationship. I tried to make this relationship work.
I guess.
You're not gonna
It's a
say
two-way
it to me.
street. It's definitely a two-way street, and life is a prison when you're in love alone. That's one of my favorite songs by Usher.
I can't agree with you on this one, Craig. Craig says, but that doesn't mean that they don't love the person because they're getting something on the other side. And this,
Exactly.
here's what I'm saying. Love don't hurt.
Oh my God.
And I ain't trying to hear what that person don't know don't hurt them. If you can go to that person, if you could walk in the house right now, women, and give your man a kiss after another nigga nutted all over your face, and you can tell your man, my bad, my bad, boo. I forgot to wipe my face because Craig just nutted all over my shit, and his shit was thick as hell this time. If you can't have that conversation with your man, that's not love.
Ain't nobody having.
Fellas, if you could walk in the house and your girl go down on you, and you be like, boo, I'm sorry, Jessica was wet as shit and I forgot to wipe my dick before you sucked it. If you can't have that conversation with your woman, you not in fucking love.
Listen, here's the thing. Again, what you say, and I'm not like this, but I know there are some women that.
I agree with you, Tamika. Leave. That.
What you mean? Okay, look. Here's the thing. Say a woman is involved now sexually with a guy that doesn't do the things that someone in her past used to do for her.
Right.
All right. She loves everything about the guy.
Right.
Everything about the guy. She loves him.
Right.
But he doesn't do that one thing for her.
What we gotta give me a one thing. What?
Eat her ass.
Eat her ass.
Let's give an example.
All right. So
he doesn't eat her ass.
This is communication that they should have had
No.
prior. Sorry, you can't kill me if you didn't let a person know you like your ass eaten.
That's not something that comes up during conversation.
And this is why we have badass relationships now.
Oh my God, yo.
When I have a conversation with somebody, asks me shit, whatever, I got some motherfucking numbers on my chart. I done fuck a hell of a lot of chicks, and we're gonna run into chicks all day long.
gonna choke
Ass that I didn't motherfucking bust.
I'm gonna choke.
Are you willing to deal with that? That's what I'm saying. We're so afraid of chasing somebody off instead of realizing this person is not for me. Because if you can't sit there and say, babe, I love to have my ass eaten, and we just did a comedy show, and the comedian was joking about that, and I lick my fingers, I eats ass. You know what I'm saying? If you dealing with someone that won't do something that you like, and you didn't have the communication, it's your fault. If you had the communication and they don't do it, it's still your fault.
Okay, but what if you can get it done? Yeah. Yo, Tony.
Tony, I know Tony.
Me.
What Tony said?
It said Kara loves getting her ass eaten on the next edition of. Next time on Unsolved Mysteries, I'll never tell. I don't talk about my sexual stuff like that on the show, but I will say this: if you're if you're with the guy and you're in love and everything is okay, and you know shit is working now, and this is the situation in the case, and you go to somebody else and you get that from somebody else, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
And that's a problem.
If you're not, listen, if you've communicated to this person, this is not working for me, this is what I need you to do,
right,
and you're not doing it,
and you still stayed as a coward, so you're cheating no matter what.
God, so
instead of sitting there and saying, I've tried, I've communicated, it's still not working for me. You are a good person, but obviously not for me. And move on. Then you won't have to deal with the shit that's going on in your motherfucking head. All right, shout out to the chat room. Avia says that's a character flaw, goddess. If you want a faithful person, and sorry, somebody else. All right, let me catch it again. If you want a faithful person and they show you otherwise, their character, there's a character flaw. If they stay after they step out again, that's your fault. And shout out to Juju. Juju says, shit.
Hey, Juju.
I'm asking chicks all kinds of sexual questions.
Yo, he sure is. His fucking
I gotta
freaky
know
ass.
from jump, and I feel you on that one.
I hear you.
Tamika also goes on to say, ASAP, what you waiting for? Ava goes back in to say, again, goddess, what the purpose of staying with someone that you're not happy with?
If they make you happy,
They don't make you happy.
Oh, and shout out, yo, I got both of my baby daddies in here watching.
Shout out to them. You're not fucking happy. If you're in something and you gotta use the word but, you're not happy. You're not happy. That word but shouldn't be involved in there.
Okay.
Whatever it is you like, whether you want somebody to suck on your motherfucking pinky toe, and that person won't, you're gonna find somebody who does, because it's what you want. So you need to be upfront, like my man Juju up in here. Like I said, I need to know. All right, boo-boo, are you willing to give me a rusty fucking trombone? No? Then you not fucking for me.
Yo, get the fuck. Yo, if I meet a guy and he 3 or 4 dates comes to me like, yo, you willing to eat my asshole? And
I'm doing that from the first time we
Fuck
meet.
that. Yo,
From
you
the first
know- I
time we
can't.
meet in the conversation. If I meet it,
can't. Yo, those are things
chicks
that
will
come
tell
up in
you.
regular
Chicks will walk the fuck
conversations,
off from me, and I knew that chick wasn't for me. Cause like, are you willing to give me a rusting trombone? Well, I don't know what that is. Look it up, and then we can continue this conversation. Are you willing to do this to me? She say no, then I know that's the woman not for me.
Yo, get the fuck. Yo, you know what? You gonna have me looking at your girl all types of sideways next time I see her.
I don't know why you ain't talking. You've eaten plenty of asses.
Oh!
So, but no, I'm saying, but all right. So what I'm saying is,
That's
you need. It's the fuck. It is true.
I have never said that on none of my shows.
I ain't say you said it, but Kay, you got 16 kids. And no chick with 16 kids ain't eating ass. I'll tell you that right there.
Yo,
So,
no, I got 22 kids, not 16. What you talking about?
and this is what I'm saying, and this is what I'm talking about. We keep making excuses to stay with people. Again, if you with someone that's not doing something, whether it's simple as play with my left nipple or whatever the situation may be, if you're dealing with someone that does not want to do what makes you happy, what satisfies you, you're depriving yourself. It's not that person's fault that you're with, because that person already told you that this is not something that I love to do. It's your fault.
Listen,
All right, shout out to Tamika.
there might not have been communication either, so.
Huh?
There might not have been valid communication. You could have been with a person who was ass fucking drunk and might have done things one time you're with them that they don't do the next time if they're sober.
Well, no, this
That's
is
not
why
fair.
the communication. Like, if I have to get you drunk to bust a nut in your ass, then something wrong.
Yo,
Like, if I love anal, then I need a girl who wants to do anal.
can we
If it's one of those, I can't shit. All right, what?
Can we clear something up? I never
Sure.
told you I was eating ass, right? Or like, yo, please.
You getting in trouble?
Yeah, yeah.
What I'm saying is,
yo, what?
what I'm saying is, you can. I'm an experienced guy, fellas.
Yo,
I know what a woman is capable and capable of not doing. So, fellas, and I mean no disrespect to anybody, and this is why we talked a couple weeks ago, we talked about fellas looking at women differently or putting women or whatever at a high level. I tell fellas all the time, every time you kiss your girl, you gotta remember, 12 niggas, if not more, they nutted in your girl's mouth.
that's bullshit, yo.
Fellas, for
Yo,
every time
that
you go
is
down,
bullshit.
it's the truth. It's the truth. Fellas, for every time you go down on your
Not
girl,
everybody likes
remember,
nut in their
a
mouth.
lot of niggas nutted in your girl.
Not everybody nuts in nuts in.
I ain't say every nigga, but more than one nigga nutted in your mouth. So every time you kiss your girl, fellas, remember, other niggas nutted in their mouth you kiss her.
Oh my God.
Fellas,
Okay, and
every time you go down on your girl, remember, how many niggas nutted in your girl you going down
Oh
on.
my God, yo, that's not no shit. Nobody wanna fucking. Yo, you just
It's the
ruined-
truth.
You just ruined mad sexual escapades.
Hey, bro, you in trouble tonight. I sorry about that.
Yo, I'm
saying.
getting it to you, motherfucker. Yo, you
I'm
know.
just saying it from this standpoint. Sex is sex. People love to have sex. What I'm saying is, don't put your man on the pedestal.
Yo, what the fuck, man? Yo.
These are people who love. This is what I tell people all the time. If your girl is freaky as shit, the freakier, the more shit they done. And I'm a freaky ass motherfucker. And every chick I date is freaky.
Yo, your girl still kiss you, right?
Yeah. So what I'm saying, I'm not telling you not to. I'm just trying to tell you, don't put these relationships on pedestals.
Yo, you gotta be kidding me. You fucking up a lot of men's minds right now.
How?
I just want to let you know that. Because
How many
just
times a
because-
man got a friend that he just kisses just to say hello, even if it's on the cheek?
Yo, listen.
She's still kissing your cheek.
Just because we
And
gonna
before
sit-
she came to that barbecue, the nigga just nutted on her mouth.
Just because we gonna sit at a restaurant and eat a fucking piece of steak, don't mean we want to see where the damn steak came from.
That's your problem. That's your fault.
Yo, you know what?
If we're talking about I need to know what my girl has and hasn't done.
I
need to
can't
know.
with you. Yo, Tony wrote this long ass speech. Here we go, Tony. Says, I mean, would you still love me if I had sex with another woman? He says, come on now. I will say this. In this day and age where sex has become so impersonal and unemotional, there's a possibility that a couple could look at sex as just that. Sex, no emotion ties to it. Just straight up back-breaking, no love-making sex. However, you have to have the mental capacity to be able to accomplish that. A lot of people can't separate their feelings and emotions from sex.
Agreed.
Some can, and those are the ones who are answering yes to the question. Me personally, it's hard to say. Never been in a real relationship before. Tony. He's adorable. Yo, and you know what? He looked out for me the other day. Shout out to Tony. That's my friend, man. That's my friend.
Shout out to Avia.
All the way from
Shout out to Henry Moore. Welcome.
That's my baby father.
That's your baby father. What's good, homie? All right, so Avia says, if a man or woman is with you, you know, they know your history, you should know theirs. We all grown in here, and especially if you have kids, we know we definitely did some freaky shit before. And that's what I'm saying, like, don't hold your woman or man into that stratosphere. So you won't be caught off guard with shit like, yo, babe, I'm going to get some ice cream. And because I always tell people, it's a hot day, you want to eat some ass, ain't nothing like eating some ass with some ice cream. You get that vanilla bean Brian's ice cream and eat some ass.
Yo, you're
Lord have
making me want to
mercy.
hop in the chat right now, yo. You're making me want to hop
Oh
in the chat.
my goodness.
Shout out to Ace Johnson. He was like the first one. I've never heard a comment from him before, but he said no. Most women have sex after an emotional bond. Once
Agreed.
the bond is broken, in a relationship, the love is gone. That's women. Now, them hoes, absolutely, they love the security of their relationship and can love him, but be selfish enough to fuck outside their relationship.
That's the greatest definition I've ever heard. Shout out to that person right there.
That's Ace Johnson.
Shout out to Ace Johnson because he hit on the head. There's difference. And again, we're talking about true commitment, and we're talking about people who are just looking for financial stability. All right, well, he got a good job because I know a girl. She dated this guy. Yo, when I said this is one of the greatest guys in the fucking world, but he couldn't satisfy her sexually. And I told her, talk to him. Let him know in the right way. Don't make him feel uncomfortable, and try to bring different toys
Right.
in the relationship. Have him work you to death with all these toys, and when you're about to come, tell him to go in you. There are ways for you to work around a lot of things.
Next comment, Chris Gill. He said, yeah, why not? Chalet Acree, that's my little bitch. She said, yep. Rod DeBello, he said, nah, it's the opposite. But I tried to get him to elaborate. He wouldn't. Stacy Gonzalez, she said, yes. Different levels of love. I agree with her.
No, go ahead.
Ellison Nunnally, he said no. Maria Garcia, she said yes. Eric Sullivan, he said previously on Love and Hip Hop. Sri Rhea Rogers, she says, I have a lot to say about this, but she didn't really go further into it. Maria Petroselli Finner, shout out to her. She said, if you truly love someone and in love with them, there is no reason to fuck someone else.
Shout. Facts.
That's not true.
It is.
It's not.
Because you're with someone
true.
that's
Oh
not
my God.
satisfying you. You're with someone that does not make you happy. It's your
Just
fault.
because they don't make you happy doesn't mean you're not in love with them.
Yes, it is. You can't be
not-
happy and be in love. You just don't go.
I'm talking about like fully happy. Like,
I don't care what kind of happy. 5%, 10%. You can't say the word happy and you got to go someplace else and get it.
Nigga could do everything. Everything.
He not
Support
doing
her
everything.
household, work, love her, put her on display, do
Right.
everything
Right.
for her. But don't eat no ass.
And if that's something that's high to her, then yeah, he with the wrong chick. Because if
guess
she
so.
tell you straight off the bat,
I guess
nigga,
so.
you got to eat my pussy on a regular basis, and he don't, a nigga eating your girl pussy may not be you, but somebody else is.
Okay.
If a person tells you right off the bat, listen, I got a high sex drive, we need to be doing some major fucking. You need to be doing some major fucking. Because if not, somebody is.
Yeah. Yo, you a mess.
It's the fucking truth.
Shout out to Gregory Brown. He said yes. Anna Evans, shout out to her. She says no, she is a thought. If you love someone, you would not hurt them like that. Unless you love to be a
Preach.
thought and your man likes thoughts, then I guess it's okay.
I love how she with that thought. You got a lot of thought.
Thought.
That's a chick who had a lot of niggas fuck over her. She's speaking from experience, so I understand. Go ahead.
Erica came on, but she didn't really talk much about it. She just was looking for a share button. Arturo Dingle is like one of the first men, and that's my friend, yo, that said yes. And I was glad he said yes. And him and Eric, Gregory Brown. Joy Grader, she said, still can love, just not in love. Tamika, she says yes, she can. That's a skill, bitch. I'm one of them. I don't love no damn body. What's good with the dick, though? If I have a man and I'm fucking you, clearly my man is missing something or I want something. Yes, bitch. Yes.
You said the word. You said the word right. That's the bitch that been fucked over, stepped on, rolled over, a bus. So many niggas done skeeted on her. She broke.
I
And
read
this is
Tamika's
why.
comment and felt chills.
But
all
this
across my body.
this is why we have problems in situation. We talked about true commitment and true love. She might have had a guy who really truly cared to fuck about her, or like no. This is a woman who's had her heart stumped out.
Yo, but she says she's friends with all her exes. So it can't be that bad.
She friends because they ain't know the truth. If you can't go, if you can't tell the motherfuckers you fuck with that you kissed me after I ate this nigga ass and I ain't washed my mouth out, you can't tell you still were friends with them because they don't know the truth.
Right. I guess. Christian Page, shout out to him. He said yes. As long as I can hit who I've been hitting for a while, we was together, he's okay with it. Javon Chambers, he said no, gotta let a hoe be a hoe. And here comes Avia. Hold on, let me open up the whole thing. Avia said, I'll take a hell to the nah for 1,000, Bob. She said, I'm not built that way. If I say I love you, we rocking all the way out. Not saying that I haven't stepped out in the past. I'd be straight lying. As a grown-ass woman, I've come to know that love is an action. How can I say that I love my partner and be stepping out with the next dude? In my past indiscretions, I rationalized stepping out and saying that I wasn't fulfilled inside the relationship. Even when I voiced my concerns, I wasn't heard. So instead of doing the adult thing and moved on, I stayed and stepped out. If you say you love this individual, you have to be able to communicate if something within the relationship isn't working for you. so that your partner can hopefully work on giving you what you need. Isn't that what a relationship should be about? Being able to tell your partner exactly what it is that you want, and both of you come to some type of common ground. If you aren't in a relationship to serve one another, what's the point? You just playing games. Ain't nobody got time for games. I hear you, Avia. I hear you. And it's easier to talk to some than it is to others, but I definitely hear what you're saying. She also left a good comment, and I love her. You know, they always speak real, her and Avia. They called me to do an intervention with me, too. We'll talk about that another week. But they had me on the phone.
I know, because they going in here.
Yeah. They had me in the phone doing an intervention. And them two really put a lot of stuff in perspective to me, for me.
Well, again, you know, a lot of times it's good because they're talking from a woman perspective. And
they know me, too,
right,
a long time.
Long time. And also, you know, women are more emotional than men.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I could give two shits.
My last comment came from Stephen Boswell. He said, can't love two and be true. Facts. Okay, so to sum this up, I do believe, especially in the case of polygamous relationships, that a woman can love another man and still have sex with someone else. It's more of a fulfillment thing. You know,
there is no relationship.
I'm not doing this, though.
No, I didn't say you're doing it, but there is no relationship polygamy. There's a bunch of people fucking. That's all it is. And they're open and they're honest about it. I'm just fucking you more than I'm fucking her.
That's not what a polygamous relationship is about. It's not. That's not what a polygamous relationship is. And we're going to talk about it, and we're going to get into it. And I had a show on it, and I don't know if you guys seen it or not, but if you haven't, it's there. Check it out on YouTube.
You can follow up on it.
All right. So I want to give a just now as we're summing things up and finishing. I spoke to one of my friends this weekend, Awilda, that I haven't spoken to in a long ass time. I want to get her on the show eventually one day, but we were really good friends, and she came back around again, and you know, we're gonna rekindle our friendship and everything again. But I wanted to give her a big shout out because I had a good conversation with her today and yesterday, and I know she at one point she sat and watched a few of my old shows, so I wanted to thank her for that and let her know that I'm thinking about you and I appreciate you tuning in and checking me out and Truth Out. It means a lot to us. All right, guys, so that ends today's Girl Talk. Oh, did you want to sum this up?
We summed it up.
Said everything that's okay.
Like I said, again, you know, stop being cowards.
Yeah, you know what? It's easier sometimes to say things.
It's not easy. Life is easy. Just do the right fucking thing. It's not just about you.
I guess.
When you get into a relationship, me turns into we.
It's true. It's true. That's very true. Not everybody understands that. I wish they did. But all right, guys.
Peace out, y'all. Thanks everyone for tuning in.
Listen, if you guys have any show ideas, let me know. Let's get it up here. Let's talk about it. The email address, growntalkwithgoddess@yahoo.com. Hit me there for any anonymous questions. And they can't be anonymous. Make sure you hit my inbox on Facebook. And, you know, give me some ideas. Let's talk about it. If there's anything that you wanted me to mention today that I didn't, make sure you either go back on the comment and ask, and we'll talk about it next week. But for now, this ends Grown Talk with Goddess episode for this week. And it felt so good to come back and talk to you guys after being away for 2 weeks. Thank you for allowing me to take the time off to do the family thing. I appreciate you. Truth is always good with that. But again, for any show topics or ideas, make sure you hit me up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I think I'm in trouble for tonight, but you know,
you're definitely in trouble.
Shit happens. I'm looked at as an ass eater now.
Give me a kiss, baby.
Oh man, yo, it's horrible. I never said that shit. You're
Give me a kiss, baby.
But we'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe for notifications. Bye.